The time is 12 noon on this Thursday afternoon, May 18th, 2017. And it's time now for the Peter Channel New News Report on this Thursday afternoon, May 18th, 2017. Good afternoon, buddy. I am Peter J. Wiggins. It's 12 noon on this Thursday afternoon, May 18th, 2017. Top story on the Peter Channel New News Report on this Thursday afternoon is the White House tried hard last night to downplay the significance of the Justice Department appointing a special counsel to investigate possible coordination between President Trump's associates. Roger Ailes, founder and longtime head of Fox News, died Thursday morning at 77 and a quarter, statement released by his wife. Fresh controversy swirled around the former U.S. National Security Advisor Michael Flynn Thursday after one report claimed that he told that Trump transited team was under federal investigation before he started in the role, and never said he opposed. A jury on Wednesday acquitted White Oklahoma police officer in the shooting death of an unarmed black man in Tulsa last year. Tulsa police officer Betty Shelby, 43, had been charged with a manslaughter in the September 2016 shooting death of Terrence Crutcher. Yesterday was the day that Google was expected and announced a big feature to come in Android this year. It was already announced on Basics back in March, but the I/O conference is usually when we hear about the real highlights of stuff consumers. As Iranian voters prepare to head to the polls on Friday, there is one thing that ties six presidential elections certainly will not decide: the country's commander-in-chief. At the center of so many political and now possible legal controversies in the Trump administration is one man, retired Lieutenant General Representative Kevin Mr. McCarthy, walked in firestorm with remarked President Trump and Vladimir V. Putin. The conservatives that launched their manifesto forward together want a plan for a stronger British and prosperous future. Former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn had not cooperated with the Senate Intelligence Committee investigation of the Russian election interference Chairman Richard Burr. The Trump administration on Thursday formally notified Congress that it intends to renegotiate the North American Free Trade Agreement and step forward on a campaign promise that was widely popular among voters but unsettled the American companies. Police in Pennsylvania say a 22-month-old boy has been found locked inside a makeshift wooden cage while Dale's sister and one-year-old brother were found alone in the same house. Not since the release of the access hall with tape in which Donald Trump bragged about. I did that, so we'll skip that. Iran's presidential election on Friday, contested by former President Hassan Rouhani and Ebrahim Raisi, is close and expected to opinion polls indicate. A girl abducted in 2014 by the Boko Haram insurgent group has escaped, the Nigerian government official confirmed. A North Korea cargo passenger ferry that once traveled between Japan and North Korea has resumed service on a new route that travels to Russia. Turkey on Thursday opened a 55-house conference to shelter and educate hundreds of children offered by the Syrian civil war. Vice President Mike Pence has registered his own political action committee that could boost the GOP in forthcoming midterm election. Delta Airlines and Lyft have launched a rewards program allowing users to earn filing miles by using the ride-sharing service. Walmart online sales, customer visits by shares hit 52-week high. U.S. Treasury Secretary Stephen Mnuchin arrives with his fiancée, Louise Linton at International Policy as Treasury mentions concern about alternate scorn models of Trump tax plan. The forbidden and income-based repayment plans will offer you some flexibility to make payments. U.S. jobs claims fall. Mid-Atlantic factory activity jumps. Checking out the stocks now, up 55 cents at 2607.48. S&P 5 up 2.24 points at 2359.27, and Nasdaq up 16.93 points at 6,020.17. Called the big jump. The T-Rex was the president and his Mike, and so was the bank. More than interested in bone crunching and the bite of the of the fearsome crocodile, flood same person researcher found. 1 million miles out of the void of space. BC, scientists have captured the mysterious flashes of light and camera, but their lens ain't pointed out the driven out of darkness, but a weather back on my planet. Colon cancer patients might improve their chance of survival. Eat nuts alone while heavily diet and regular exercise. 2 new study reports. Peter Jones on 12:04 on this Thursday morning and Thursday afternoon, and it's time now for a sports report. The North Lancers girls tennis team in a game against the Halston Panthers at 3:45 p.m. at the middle school. Boston Red Sox have a game at the Oakland Athletics. Game time 10:05 p.m. at Oakland, California. Jalen Brown was a still lineup from a dark game one. Dana White may have lost his superintendent date for a potential Conor McGregor. Floyd Mayweather making fight, but he revealed it Wednesday night that his fight was one step close to becoming reality. If the Celtics added Paul to Jimmy Butler, how could they beat the Cavs in a series? And a lawsuit has filed in county court against Zaza Pachuno, Warriors in Texas claiming damage to the quality of the Spurs' chance and value. Peter Children's time is 12:06 on this Thursday afternoon, and it's time now for traffic and transit pot. Beep! Let's RMT where red line experiencing minor delays due to a disabled train at Andrew. Commuter rail. Fitchburg train 414 1050 inbound Spectre 20 30 minutes late between Rochester and North State due to signal issues. And on a Thursday on looking good. Okay, highways and byways of New England on this Thursday afternoon. 95 southbound side, so between Norwalk and Greenwich. 95 on the northbound side, also Sanford, Merritt Parkway, eastbound side, also Fairfield. 25 on the northbound side, also around Merritt Parkway. Merritt Parkway, eastbound side, also on West Haven. 95 on the northbound side, so West Haven, New Haven. 84 eastbound side, also on Waterbury, Connecticut. Route 9 on the southbound side, also on Middletown, Connecticut. 91 on the northbound side, also before I-84, Harvard, Connecticut. 295 on the southbound side, also Route 37 in Crescent. 295 on the northbound side, also on Warwick Stretch. 138 Newport Bridge, Sloan, both ends. 138 eastbound side, Sloan, Jamestown. 95 on the northbound side, also Springfield, Crescent, and downtown Providence. 95 on both ends, back around downtown Providence. 79 on the southbound side, also on 195 in Fall River. 95 on the northbound side, it's on 295 in Attleboro. Route 3 on the southbound side, also 18 in Weymouth. Southern Expressway on both ends is back to the Mass back down. Dorchester Southern Expressway southbound side, also from Quincy down to Braintree Split. Massbound on westbound side, also Logan down to South Boston. 93 to southbound side, also from Medford down to Zake Bridge in Boston. 7 tunnels, slow count tunnels, looking good. Massback eastbound side, also Western 120 westbound side. Massback westbound side, also on Route 128 out in Weston 120 at the northbound side, also between Great Plain Avenue, Needham Highway, Route 9 and Wellesley. 190 on the northbound side, also Little Salt just ran the 190 southbound side, also 290 in Worcester. Massback eastbound side, Louisville for 290, 395 at Auburn, 495 at the northbound side, also Route 2 in Littleton. 495 at the northbound side, also on Lawn Stretch, 213 eastbound side, also on Lawn Stretch, 120 at the northbound side, so between Peabody all the way to Salem, and 120 at the northbound side, also on Route 93 at Redden, 93 at the northbound side, also on Redden, stretch around 128. 495 at the northbound side, so between Lawrence and April, 213 in eastbound side, also through and stretch. 95 on the northbound side, Lewis Hampshire Tolls. 89 on the southbound side, Lewis on Concord, New Hampshire. And 93 on the southbound side, Lewis up to Franconia, New Hampshire. Interstate 889. 91 on the southbound side, Lewis Canadian with upstate New York and Vermont, over Interstate 89. Northbound side, Lewis around Burlington, Vermont, Interstate 89. Southbound side, St. Albans, and Allwood 59. The northbound side, Lewis 7 Quacker towards Montreal. And New York State 3, it's a little slow just ran 787 in Albany and New York State 3. The northbound side, also on Coleman. Peter Children's time is, and best back both ends also, West Stockbridge. Peter Children's time is 12:09 on this Thursday afternoon, and it's time now for weather reporting. It's a Scotch out, a steam bath, as it's going to be a hot one in store. Air quality alert. Because the Master Tribunal of Environmental Protection is issued an air quality action day for the following counties: Barnstable, Central Middlesex County, Dukes, Eastern Essex, Eastern Hampton, Eastern Hampshire, Eastern Norfolk, Eastern Plymouth, Norfolk Bristol, Norfolk Worcester, Northwest Middlesex County, Southeast Middlesex, Southern Bristol, Southern Plymouth, Southern Worcester, Suffolk, Western Essex, Western Norfolk, and Western Plymouth counties. An air action day Means that the ground level ozone concentration within the region may approach a state unhealthy centers. For additional information, please. Okay, 7-day forecast. It goes like this. For this afternoon, sunny skies. How about 95 degrees? Southwest about 7 miles of gut side, 21 miles an hour. For tonight, check the showers and thunderstorm Maine before 1 a.m. Podcast about 69 degrees. Southwest about 5 to 7 miles of chest space to 30%. Friday, check the showers and thunderstorm Maine between 3 p.m. and 4 p.m. Most of the times about 83 degrees and west about 8 to 30 miles gut side, 24 miles an hour. Chest space to 30%. Friday, most of the coast got about 48 degrees and north about 6 to 10 miles of gut side, 20 miles an hour. For Saturday, sunny podcast about 66 about 44 degrees. Northeast about 3 to 7 miles an hour. For Sunday, most skies about 6 down about 50 degrees. For Monday, check the showers. Likely cloud skies about 70 about 53 degrees and chest pitch 55%. For Tuesday, put the center of the podcast about 73 about 31 degrees. For Wednesday, check the showers. Put the about 70 degrees and chest pitch 30%. Trillions on it. Fair 99, not nits. Fair not at 96 and Metsville hot at 92. And that's going to be it for the Peter channel. New news put on this May 18, 2017 on a Thursday afternoon. I appreciate you. Hope you have a good afternoon, good positive, hope you have a good day.